Rumours are flying everywhere. Tabloids are running with this news. Well, I say tabloids. There were once more than one tabloid that was running with this news, but now it has been retracted, and just one, under the name of The Sun, is running with the possibility that Ncuti Gatwa, who plays the Doctor in Doctor Who, might have been fired because of the embarrassment that was caused. Hello and welcome back to Chat About It, Don't Shout About It with me, Rachel, the Queen of the Woke, as crowned by one of my haters. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel, switch on the notification bells so that you know I am releasing another video. Thank you to everyone who's joined me already. I could not run this channel without you. I've not yet watched Wishworld, so please do keep it spoiler free in the comments below. But for now, let's talk about this article from The Sun. This is what they were running with on the 22nd of May. They updated it as well on the 23rd of May. So these are the rumours. Exterminated. Doctor Who's wokest ever lead star, Ncuti Gatwa, exits after just 2 series, with show to be paused after ratings nosedive. So they can no longer acknowledge the fact that it is where it needs to be. Insiders believe a streaming giant which has pumped in millions will not renew its deal. This is theories that we've been running around with for a little while now, but there is this theory now that Ncuti Gatwa has been fired because of Eurovision. But let's continue reading. Doctor Who star Ncuti Gatwa will exit the show after just 2 series. Woke storylines have seen ratings plummet. The actor is off after 2 series with no replacement likely for the Time Lord's regeneration on May 31st. I will say this, I have reason to theorize that the regeneration sequence is going to be open-ended. We are not going to see who will he regenerate into or bigenerate, because they seem to be trying to make that a thing. Fans have turned off amid plot about incels and characters such as non-binary aliens. The news comes after Ncuti 31 backed out of announcing the UK's jury scores in last weekend's Eurovision Song Contest amid controversy among some at Israel's inclusion. A TV insider said, "Bosses were incredibly disappointed, Ncuti, as the Doctor is one of the corporation's most high-profile faces. His withdrawal was incredibly embarrassing. It caps what has been a largely depressing tenure in the TARDIS for Ncuti." Depressing, I will say. It's not really been the best of runs. But yes, I can also imagine that it would be embarrassing for the BBC to have Ncuti to withdraw based on what some people have said because of Israel's inclusion. Now, I don't get into war politics on this channel, but it is the fans who are all behind Ncuti were calling him out for going against Palestine, essentially, and going into this with the fact that Israel were being included. Now, in my opinion, I think that Ncuti saw this as a great opportunity. It was very meta, and there's only really once in a lifetime chance to do something like that, and maybe that would have been the only time that he would do it, so he chose to do it. But then admits the backlash that he received from it, if there was any, then he decided to pull out. And yeah, I can imagine that would be embarrassing. My concern is that they are going to run with his pulling out as the reason why he has been fired. So I reckon it's some kind of cover story. But if you remember, last year, Russell T Davies said that he had to have a series down by August so that he could start filming it earlier on this year. That didn't happen. He's gone off to do Tiptoe, Ncuti's off to do a play, so no filming is happening. And I believe that Ncuti has decided to quit, really, more than anything, or it's like a sort of mutual agreement that they're not going to continue on working together with the BBC, Bad Wolf and Ncuti Gatwa, so therefore he's decided to leave. But I don't know if you recall, there was also reports of some reshoots a little while ago, and that is when I believe they decided to sort of end it and reshoot into a regeneration of some description. But I guess we won't really know until, well, next week. But I will say that I think this is going to be their cover story. That Ncuti embarrassed them at Eurovision by pulling out, so for that reason, he is gone. Execs are likely to rest the 62-year-old show to consider who might revive its fortunes, and I would agree it is a good idea to rest it at this point, overhaul it, look at what's going wrong, and then revive it and make the necessary changes needed in order to help the show's longevity. Insiders believe Disney Plus, which has pumped in millions, will not renew its deal. Yeah, I have reason to believe that too. They've not really seen any return on it as far as I'm aware. One said it's unlikely we will see who Ncuti regenerates into, as the Beeb will keep options open. They do want Michael Sheen. I don't believe that to happen unless they are willing to blow their budget. And if they do rest the show for years, it makes it virtually impossible to cast someone new. Yeah, I would understand where they are coming from with that. Ncuti, who appeared with Millie Gibson as the Doctor's companion Ruby Sunday, and returning showrunner Russell T Davies were announced with high expectations in 2022. The BBC said last night, as we have previously stated, the decision on Season 3 will be made after Season 2 airs, and any other claims are just pure speculation. The deal with Disney Plus was for 26 episodes, and we still have an entire spin-off, The War Between the Land and the Sea, to air. And as for the rest, we never comment on the Doctor and the future storylines. So there is reason to believe that he has been fired. They're trying to run with this. Several tabloids have retracted what they have written, but The Sun keeps this out. So what is going on? Was he fired because of his views on Palestine and Israel, and the fact that Israel were in the Eurovision Song Contest? Was he fired because he caused the BBC embarrassment? I would say it's highly unlikely. I think that he's done, he's had enough. He's realised that the possible detriment with the way that the series was running itself in, and maybe his comments, has caused to his career. He's decided to quit whilst he is ahead, and I'd say that's a good idea. You know, it's not nice being fired and things like that. So I would hope that he left on his own terms rather than being fired at the head honchos of the BBC. But we also know from experience, because, you know, good old 60s on the wall there, that they do like to blame the face of the show, because that is the easiest person to blame rather than what's going on behind the scenes. So I believe this is most likely in the future a possibility as to what they're going to run with. He caused them embarrassment at Eurovision Song Contest by pulling out, so therefore that's why he's gone. But I think it's more likely to do with stuff behind the scenes and things that have happened leading up to the end of this particular series. Let me know what you think. Chat about it, don't chat about it. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, switch on the notification bells so that you know I am releasing another video. Please do keep it friendly in the comments. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.